Hey guys, uh, my name's Bob, uh, and it is 9:44 on the East Coast in the United States, New Hampshire. I'm sitting on my front porch. I just got done watching She-Hulk second episode, and it's not bad. I like it. I mean, there's some stuff in there, but you know what? It's not bad at all. Um, I think. I mean, they're deviating from the comic books a lot. Right now, I'm rereading issue number three. I just got done reading issue number one again, number two, and I'm doing number three now. And the first issue is kind of dark. I mean, I don't remember it being so dark when I was a kid, but yeah, the first She Hulk volume it's pretty dark. And then I know that in the volume two and volume three series of She Hulk, it gets a lot lighter. It gets more like Deadpoolish. So um, I know that there's a lot of people getting, you know, up in arms about not following the original script, and they're looking at the cringy feminist type thing going on with it. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that much. And so I just wanted to put this out, and I was going to do a regular YouTube vid, but I figured I'd go live, see how it goes, and I know I can post this, and I don't have to worry about the 17-minute, you know, cuts that I have to do. So as far as the She-Hulk goes, I like it. I'm enjoying it. I can get past the little, you know, hits on men. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm a cop, so I'm used to it. We get hit, all the time with bad press and all that neat stuff. So, but so what are we doing? What are we doing? So I'm sitting on the porch, chilling out, talking about stuff, anything you want. And I was just talking about She-Hulk. Um, reading She-Hulk number three right now. Um, yeah, I think the later volumes are gonna be a lot more kind of Deadpoolish, a little bit more funnier than. Look at this. Look at that. Marvel Comics, $5 certificate. Jeez. Oh, okay. All right. So they made the Iron She-Hulk. See how that goes. So they made the Iron She-Hulk, which right there is purple, so they didn't want to give it away. Well, now, oh, the paint got washed off. So it's a robot that's painted green to look like She-Hulk. So it's not bad. It's kind of a the first series of She-Hulk was kind of dark, and it's pretty good though. I've always enjoyed She-Hulk. I just wow, it's been so long since I read these books. I forgot what they were all about. Wow. So I'm just sitting on the porch, chilling out, seeing what's up. Let's see what do we got going on here. So issue number four is going to be My father, my foe. Sheriff Walter faces the She-Hulk in a fight to the death, unaware that she's his own daughter. Oh, wow. So he's a sheriff in the book. Man, it's sad what you forget up there. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Maybe this one's better. Pull them off so they don't. Well, I'm going to have to chance it. So Sheriff Walters, huh? There she is. She just destroyed Metal She-Hulk. So what do we got going on, guys? In and out, in and out. So she has a friend called Zappa. In the second issue of She-Hulk, her girlfriend gets killed, and I don't mean like lesbian girlfriend. I just mean girlfriend, like her friend. So she gets killed in a car crash, and she's blamed for the death. And so now they think that She-Hulk works for the mob. So I wonder if that's why they changed the origin story, because what's happening is this is pretty dark. I mean, you're talking about, crime syndicates, and so maybe that's why they wanted to change it a little bit, to make it not so dark, so it'd be a little bit, lighthearted and more fun, like Deadpool. And I mean, come on, man. There's been feminism and women's liberation since the '60s. I mean, I grew up with it, so it's not a big deal, you know. Of course, you're going to have people that take things to the extreme, and you're not going to like it, or you're going to like it. It's up to you. But maybe it's because I'm a cop that I can take this kind of thing. I watch it for what it is. I don't get too upset about it. I know that Anna, that Star Wars girl, she does the reviews, and I guess some dude like slammed her, saying that she doesn't know comic books and stuff like that. I says, girls were into this stuff too. My daughter Maria, my youngest girl, I used to take her to Comic Cons all the time. We used to go wargaming together, and so yeah, and I see more girls and women and wargaming and comic books, and that's cool. It's about time, It's, hey, how you doing? Hola, Ramon. How are you? How you doing in Madrid? What's on your mind? So, I can see why the writer wanted to kind of push away. Now that I'm rereading the books, and I see how kind of dark they are. Um, well, you figure, all right, so it's 1980. So you figure 1980. So from, oh man, the early '70s, right? From the early '70s into the '80s, everything was crime drama. Everybody was doing crime. Streets of San Francisco, the Mod Squad, Hill Street Blues came on, the Rookies. It was Perry Mason. Perry Mason. I remember Perry Mason was going on. So there was a lot of crime drama happening at that time. So maybe that's where Stan Lee was going with, She-Hulk, her being an attorney. And I'm trying to think of all the other. What was what was his name? Oh man, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. He had the parrot. Oh my god, what was his name? it not Ben. It was Benachek, but that's not what I'm talking about. What was it? Oh my god, what was that? And see now, but it was like what was they rode the Charger. There was Streets of San Francisco. There was what was it? What was the Charger? There were all right. So wow, I'm trying. Jose, hola. So you like the 172nd miniatures? It's, what's the best? Out of the figures, Espanol y poco. But I would say I want to say for the best. I want to say what would be the best figure? Te gusta EFX. Y gusta Essie. Essie. Uh, I just said those EFX and the Essie is te gustan. Yeah, I'd say that EFX and Essie. What else we got going on, guys? Lo siento, mi español es muy mal. C, right. Essie is now artillery. Yeah, artillery. I always mess that up. Um, 28 millimeter. I like Warlord, Perry, Black Powder, but pero 172nd is FX and SC I tell you. So what we got going on, guys? So I do like the She-Hulk. I think it's all right. Um, I don't mind Jennifer. I don't mind Jennifer Walters looking at Captain America's butt. I mean, it's like hey, the girls do the same thing that we do. You know, it's just that they kind of hide it a little better than us. And I know this. Yeah, I've got daughters. I have 4 daughters. Plus, I work with women in uniform, so they do. Yeah, it's just like us. It's like everybody. Everyone has a different personality, and it's what they like, what they don't like, where they stand politically, where they don't, and it's just living with each other and having a being able to have a conversation and just talk about stuff. So it's cool. But if you can, let's see. So we've got the old. We have the old. This is the first series. So we have the old series here. The next series, the Sensational She-Hulk. She becomes a little bit more of a slap and cheek type thing, which is what I said in my first video. So, is my doves come back? Yep, my doves came back. So it's a little bit more slapstick comedy type thing, which isn't too bad. And she gets hypnotized by the ringmaster. Oh, it looks like Warlord Games is putting a new Belgian line and shipping out the 26th of August. So Warlord Games will be doing some Belgian line infantry for the Napoleonics. And that will ship out on the 26th of August, 2022, if you enter the 28 millimeter Perry Warlord Games type thing, black powder. So they'll be shipping out. So that'll be cool. Hey, Leo, how are you? How's Italy? Yeah. Grazie, Leo. I'm thinking about picking up some. I believe it was a Dutch and Belgian cavalry that came out in from Warlord Games. So I'm gonna pick some of those up. Maybe just one box this time, because I've got so many boxes of the cuirasses and the British Household Cavalry. I haven't even touched yet. So I need to really get on the ball with that stuff. Right now, I'm finishing up that squad of Dark Angels from second edition Warhammer 40K. I do like Warlord Games came out with Epic Napoleonics, which are 15 millimeter, just about, which look really cool. And if you don't have that much room, I think they'd be a good option to get a large army at a low cost if you don't have too much room. I can't do it now. My eyes, I just, it's just too much painting for me. They're too small, vocal. But, um, if you don't have enough room, then I think that would be your best shot. I do like the 28 millimeters because they have a lot of detail, and though it limits your in your the space that you can play. It's more of a skirmish type tactical thing, where I think the 15 millimeter and the 1/72 scales are probably better to do like uh, brigade division level wargaming. I think that would be a little bit better for you. Plus, you don't need that much room, not as much as you would with the 28 millimeters. The 28 millimeters are cool. Oh, no kidding. That's pretty good. The Prussian Hussars. I think, yeah, I haven't, I'm wondering, I don't think I picked them up. I might have, but I don't think I picked them up yet. But, I've got, well, if you saw my table, I got a few things on the table that, yeah, let me take you downstairs. I'll show you what's happening in the basement and what I got. So I'll take you down in the basement, see what's happening down there, and hopefully I won't lose connection here. But in the basement, so what do we got? So this is what I painted up in the basement, right? So this is what we're looking at here. We got La Hassan, we have Hugomont, we've got some Belgian cavalry, some cuirasses, we got the French line, French Imperial Guard, KGL, some Nassau in there, Nassau over there. We got some 95th rifles right here, and we've got some stuff over there as well. So we got some Royal Horse Artillery, we got some Line Artillery. So that's what I got. And then over here, we've got in the back, you see some British, we've got the 10th Hussars over there. We have the 11th Queen's Light Dragoons right there. And who are these guys? Yeah, these guys are the 11th Light Dragoons. So we have the 10th, the 11th, and the 10th Hussars right there, the Royal Light Dragoons. What else? If we go over here, down in here, we've got bags full. That is artillery. We got foot artillery we have to put together. We have Old Guard, Grenadiers. We've got line infantry. We got British line infantry. And French Napoleonic line infantry. Now, these are all broken up into regiments that I have to put together. And that's why you see them out of the box and in these bags. So they're put together in regiments, and the, let's see what else we got going on here. For cavalry, we've got the dragoons. So we've got cuirasses here. You see that? Yeah. Up, down. We got the cuirasses there. We have more cuirasses. More cuirasses. We have dragoons. We have dragoons. Polish light horse from black powder. The lances, which are pretty neat. You see that. What else we got? We got French Hussars. And got more light lances. And then we got line lances. So we got a couple of boxes, a lot of French. I have a lot of French. So no, I have to pick up some. I am gonna have to pick up some of the Prussian Hussars and the new Belgian that are coming out, because I was using French as Belgian. We got more French Hussars there. That was a good set right there. You see that Waterloo set? That black powder Waterloo was pretty good. What else we got down here? So I've got the British over on this side here. If you can see that. Let's see. So what do we got in here? So now we got Household Brigade. So we got we have the Household Brigade. Can you see that? And that's by Warlord Games. What else we got? Let's see. In here. Oh, God. It's killing me. More Napoleonic Hussars. got that. Let's see. Household, British household. Again. Oh my God, how many of these I have? I've got 3, 4. What did I do? I have 5 boxes of household British Union Brigade. British Household Brigade. Household Brigade. And Household Brigade. So that's what we got going. And we got some Highlander stuff. Infantry. These are the middle ones. They were pretty. And then, of course, we have some French Old Guard. More Wargaming as well. And, yeah, okay. That's, and we got some Bistrix right here. Oh, okay. All right. So that's what that is, guys. Wow. Which is your favorite faction in Warhammer 40K? My favorite faction are Space Marines. So when you look here, that's your Rogue Trader era stuff. So I was painting them up as Crimson Fist or Ultramarines, and these were my Dark Angels. So my favorite faction is Space Marines, and my favorite out of that were my Dark Angels. So I'm trying to revamp them now, figure out what I'm going to do with these guys. I've gotten into this kick where I am doing a 2nd edition type thing, putting them together and I wanted to do a company of each 2nd edition Space Marine chapter. And so far, what I've got going on is the Blood Angels, the Ultramarines, the Raven Guard, Salamanders. Just started on the Imperial Fists right there. And we come up and we have Space Wolves right there. And then we have 2nd edition Dark Angels right here. And as we slide on over here, I am working on White Scars. So I'm working on White Scars over here. So these are my White Scars right here. So I'm working on that. Had to fix mine and got trashed, but I'll fix it. There we go. Then I just gotta. It's okay. It'll do for now. I got some stuff I'm working on right there. Some assault marines I'm taking care of. And then all this, my workbench right here. I'm working on that squad of Dark Angels right there. And then I was just playing around with that right there. The jet bike here. I have a commander. So I was working on him. They're pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the Horus Heresy. Um, I actually, when I first picked up those books, they were really cool. I really enjoyed the Heresy. Um, I I liked I liked what they did with the storyline. Uh, and I do have in my box of shame down here. I do have some Heresy stuff in here. This is all Necron stuff, but in this box of shame right there, I do have some Heresy stuff. I did have the Battle of Kulf set with the Word Bearers and the Ultramarines, but I ended up selling it off. I don't know why I did that. I just did. I didn't think I was going to do anything with it. But as you can see, I got a bunch of stuff here. The newest stuff is where are we? The newest stuff is up here. But we got a lot of old stuff. I do have a little bit of the Primaris stuff going on, but I do like the Horus Heresy storyline, and I do like the models, so they're pretty cool. Right now, I just got my last box of the Valhalla Imperial Guard for those guys right there. So I just picked that up. It's coming from England, so that's going to give me a complete box set of the old Warhammer 40K Imperial Guard. Out of Imperial Guard, I think my favorite were the Praetorians right here. That set right there was probably it blew my mind when I saw them. So that was my favorite right there. And the Mordians were my next. And then as I started collecting them, I said, you know what? Why don't I just get the whole box set and go from there? But we got a lot of neat stuff here. 40K, man. I used to go to tournaments, and every time I went to a tournament, I would have a new army. So that was pretty neat. But that was, oh my God, that was back in what, the mid 90s, I think? Yeah, that was back in the mid 90s. I'll bring this back up. I fixed this for the wife. It broke for some reason. I don't know why, but it did. So I got that done. Okay. As we rise from the dungeon, right? Here we go. All right. So what I wanted to do is, I know. Ow, shoot, that hurt. I just bumped into my corner of my thing. All right, we'll live. Apparently, when you do live streaming and you want to do like a preset date, you have to get a whatchamacallit, a OBS system, a live stream platform, and it changes your computer. But once you change it, you can't change it back to its original mode. So I'm a little nervous about that. So I think what I'll do is I'll do a regular vid, and I'll throw that up, and then I'll put the time of when I'll do a next live stream, so everyone will get a shot at it. What I'm going to do is I'll do an early morning one and a late night one as well, so that way everybody gets a shot. What's the matter? So that's what we're doing. I'm relaxed. It's about 90 degrees out right now, so I'm in shorts and a tank top, and just chilling out. So what do we got? I got my lemonade. So we were talking about the She-Hulk and how dark it is, and the next She-Hulk is a little bit lighter. So this was the second volume, and as you can see, it's kind of a little tongue in cheek, slapstick type thing. So it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and it was it was a little risque, but cool. Then our friend Wheezy, you know, so it wasn't bad. What else we got? One of my favorite covers is She-Hulk, so that wasn't bad. And then came She-Hulk right here with the Greg Horn covers, which are just so cool. He's just an awesome artist. They're just, and that's iconic for the new series that's coming out. But you can see it's kind of, you got to give this girl some credit. Let her get some traction. See what's going on. Try not to freak out so much on the other stuff. Just give it some time. I Some people say it's bad, but I listen. I like it. I am a strong guy. Um, 6 years in the Marine Corps, being a cop for 35 years, is really not much that upsets me. So a little cantankerousness in a movie or a series, unless it's really, really, out there, um, I can see things, I guess, a little bit um, calmer, maybe, if you want to say that. It doesn't bother me. I think everybody should have a little, piece of the action. What's wrong with that? However, let me put a caveat on that. Everybody should be at the table, as long as you're not doing other people wrong. Like, you don't you can raise women and the LGBTQ group. You can raise them as long as you're not putting everybody else down. That's the thing. Treat everybody with respect. As a police officer, when I hit the streets, I treat everybody with respect until they don't deserve it. Um, I don't care if you're a bad guy in the street, or you're a junkie in the street. You still deserve. You're still a human being. Until you try to stab me with the needle, or do something stupid, I will respect you. I will treat you like a decent human being, and that's what I'm saying. So when we put these movies together and these series together, why can't we just respect people for who they are, for what they are? There's strong women out there just as well as there's strong men out there. There's weak women, weak men. It is what it is. But it's you just got to treat people with respect and be good to each other. There's too much hate in the world. We have enough of that. I like this series. I like the She-Hulk series. I like what they're doing. I think maybe the CGI they need to touch it up a little bit. Um, but I think the young lady's attractive. I think they try to make her earthy crunchy, which, you know what, there are women who are earthy crunchy. It's that simple. So why not represent them? You know, Not everybody's a playtex living doll. You know, so you just go with the way people are. And as you get older, it's tougher to stay in shape, and so it is what it is. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think She Hulk's awesome. I think I think there's nothing wrong with strong women. There isn't. You just got to be a strong guy, you know. My wife's Puerto Rican, so come on, give me a break, man. I'm with the Latina. You got to be a strong guy to be with a Latina. You kidding me? That's just being a decent man, just being a decent human being. That's all. You know. But it's good. I like it. We'll see how it goes. I know the first. I kind of I kind of dumped on it because it didn't follow the script here. But I had to reread. He's low. He's real low. I think I'm being dived on. I know. So I think they didn't want to go as dark as the original script. So you can't please everybody. But it is what it is. What else we got? What else we got? So we got the She-Hulk. I love Anna, that Star Wars girl, Chrissy Mayer. Um, I wish I saw those two in Boston. I missed them. I met Gina Carano and Ming Na Wen, who are totally, totally awesome people. Um, very kind. Uh, that's an awesome cover. Look at this cover here. That that's just an awesome cover. Love that. You know. And we got like another one. Another She-Hulk right there. Pretty cool. It's just and this is Diado, right? Mike Diado. Am I saying that name right? Man, she's gonna fight Hercules. Secret Invasion with the Skrulls. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. My dog's name. This is Hyena, and then we got Tippy running around and Tiara running around. She's the mom. She's a female. We've had her for about 4 years now, and no one can come near me when I'm home and she's home. She protects me. She is such a jealous little thing. Um, I love her to death. And then we got Tiara and Tippy running around here somewhere. Hi, Mama. Huh? So, what else we got? Yeah. So it's a nice day. It's my day off. Um, I worked yesterday. I did a 13-hour shift yesterday. Uh, poor woman got hit in the head with a car door. Her hatchback came down on her head like a guillotine. That was not too good. So what else we got going on? So Rhode Island Comic Con, they're gonna have Machete. Danny Trejo is gonna be there. If you like Chips, the boys from Chips are gonna be there. Eric Estrada and all those neat guys are gonna be there. Um, I think they got a few. They have a few people gonna be there. But those are the ones that come to mind really quick. That's such an awesome cover. I like this one too. This one's nice. That's a variant cover. So they're not too bad. I just I'm so I just messed them up. So let's see. So what else we got? So I'm going to have to check out the Prussian 28 millimeters. Maybe get one box and do a box opening, and some Belgian stuff as well, and do a box opening with them. Uh, but as you can see, oh, when did I start with Warhammer? Oh my God. Um, it was, I picked up, I was still in the Marine Corps when I picked up the painting set for Warhammer. So I want to say that was probably, I had just met my wife in 1984, beginning of 1984. So I would say I started the Citadel miniatures and Warhammer around 1984 and continued from 1984 uh, all the way to current date. Both. I did both fantasy and 40K. 40K came later. I fantasy was the earliest because I was doing Dungeons and Dragons, and I was just buying I was buying the Citadel miniatures um, to complement my Dungeons and Dragons figures. And I can remember when we got back to Massachusetts, um, there I played for, I want to say, so 1985 to maybe 1986. Um, and then 87, we hit some hard times. And because I was out of the Marine Corps then, I was working in a factory. I drove a cab. I was working at Dunkin' Donuts. Things were pretty tight. So I ended up going to a flea market and selling off a lot of my 40K, a lot of my 132nd monogram models, a lot of my, not my 40K. The 40K would come later, but I sold a lot of my TSR stuff, and I sold a lot of my Citadel and Games Workshop fantasy stuff. But I used to go to tournaments all the time. I would, I would participate in both fantasy tournaments and the 40K tournaments, and also doing Magic the Gathering. I had a bunch of old cards, and I was introduced to Magic the Gathering by a friend of mine who I used to work with, and I can remember, and this is so we were going to tournaments all over the place. We went to Maryland, we went to Boston, we went everywhere, and then I bumped into a couple of dudes playing 40K. I want to say in the mid, I want to say about 94, maybe 95, maybe even sooner, and I saw them playing 40K, and I did still have some old Marines from back in the day and Rogue Trader stuff that I never got rid of. Because they were in boxes that I didn't know I had. And I ended up trading like almost all my magic cards for multiple armies of 40K. So I had I got back a lot of my stuff. But I mean, we're talking Magic the Gathering. We're talking no Black Lotus or Mana, anything like that. Or the uh, what was that? The Moxies. I didn't have any of those, but I had the other stuff. I had all this weird stuff, but I didn't really have the big five or the big seven or whatever they call them now. But I ended up trading all those cards for new Warhammer stuff. But then when I mean new Warhammer stuff, we're talking about the stuff from the 80s and the early 90s, which some of the stuff I still have, some of the stuff I've replaced through eBay. But I used to go to tournaments all the time, and I paint up a new army just to go to the tournaments. So that's how I ended up getting, buying and having so much stuff. See, that's that fourth dimension what they're talking about. See how she's ripping through the comic book and grabbing the artist's hand, pulling them into the comic. That's what they're talking about in this new She-Hulk series, which She-Hulk did it before Deadpool did it. Deadpool actually copied from She-Hulk. So you got to give this girl a break, man. You got to give her a break. You guys got to be careful you don't slip into that crazy weirdness from the other side. So you just got to be cool about it, man. Just be cool about it. Look at the creative part of it and say, hey, no, we can live with that. What do you think? Come here, Tippy. Come here. Come here. No? You want to say hi? Come here, Mama. Come here. Where are you going, Mama? Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on up here. Here we go. This is the papa. This is Tippy. This is now Tippy's 5 years old, and he's actually the most calmest of the dogs. And Tiara's out there somewhere playing around in the grass. She loves being outside. You shy? You want to hide? Huh? What's the matter? You want to hide? Yeah. What else we got going on? What else we got going on? Let's see. All right. So, what else we gonna do? We've got. I picked up this very recently. Lars, how you doing? From dinner. I picked this up, and the reason why I picked this up, one of my favorite movies, War of the Worlds from the 1950s, right? Was it the 50s or 60s? When was that? Let's War of the Worlds. Did you know that the video game Space Invaders was inspired by the original War of the Worlds film? Tomoshiro Nishikado, the creator of the game, even based his alien designs on the film's creatures. No kidding. Oh yeah, absolutely. Victories in the tournaments. Um, yeah, jeez, I wonder where they are. I wonder where they are. Um, Jeepers. You know what? It's been so long that uh, let's see if I have them. I might still have them around. Let's see. Of course, we're in the basement. We're walking around. Um, let's see. Oh my word! Can I get through this without? Are they in here? I don't know. Oh, okay. There's one down here. Yep. There's a few of them. Oh, here we go. We've got one. Can you see that? There's one award there. Battlefleet Gothic, December 22, 2001. So I did my Battlefleet Gothic fleet, and I won that one. What else we got here? We've got Warhammer Darker, June 2001. Best Army. So there's my best army. And wow, I haven't seen these in a long time. Best painted army. What else we got in here? I know I had a few more, but I don't know where they are. How about it, Robert? You hiding stuff? Yeah, I had a few things here. They were, I don't know where they are. I think there's another one somewhere around here. I know I got, what else we got here? Oh, here's one. Got this one here, which was pretty cool. What else we got? a mess because I just knocked everything over. Oh yeah, I don't know where the other ones went, but I had a few. They're around somewhere. But yeah, I did all right. I never got a. I always wanted to get one. I never got a Golden Demon Award, and I never got the Golden Slayer Award. As time progressed, man, people just started painting their miniatures to such a cool professional degree. It's hard to keep up with them. Uh, I never won a national tournament. I've won a lot of locals, but uh, the the nationals were there was some really stiff competition, uh, and I always played for fun. Like I mean, there's some like anything. There's some people who like take that stuff seriously, man, and it's no joke. But I always game for fun. You know, I was more of a military historian type war gamer. You know, Napoleon X World War II, that kind of thing. So, but for me, uh, Warhammer 40K was such a blast to play. I didn't care whether I won or lose. I know in Boston, I came in, what I came in, like 20 or something like 20 or 21 or something like that. And whoa, there's your big one. Yeah, it's a big one. Um, and that was fun. I met some great players. And what sad thing was there was a Dark Elder player that cheated, and I can remember being called up that one day in Boston, and I was asked all kinds of questions, what the guy did, this and that, and man, he beat my ass. He did. He killed me severely. Um, but I guess he knocked a lot of people. See, this is the thing is when he cheated, he knocked a lot of people out, and maybe it affected how the winners of that Boston tournament went. And to me, it was like no big deal. I went there to play to have fun, and then I was done. But it was cool. I enjoyed it. I have a good time. The idea about my wargaming and is just to meet you guys and have fun, you know, and just. I remember that there was this one cool guy. He came with the Marine Force. They were all scouts. he came he came in with the troop choice of scouts, and he was such a cool dude. He really. I actually didn't want to win, and I won. I knew I was going to win because I play Space Marines and I know Space Marines, and he came with all scouts, and it was very cool army. He painted them. They were, and he was a really nice guy. Someone you can sit down and have a beer with, and just shoot your shit and have a great time. And as I was destroying his squads, he had a great sense of humor, and I started feeling bad. And he said, "No, no, no, don't. I just wanted to try this out and see how things go, and if you can give me any advice on how to do it better." And I said, "Yeah, I mean, if you like scouts are cool. They are a troop choice, but don't take 6 squads of scouts and don't have any backup for them, you know, because they're cool, but at that time their armor was weak, and so it was like kind of like a super tough Imperial Guardsman." And I remember just blasting him, and I felt so bad killing this dude off. Um, so you could go with like three squads of scouts. You go a couple of squads of heavy Marines, and then always take a whirlwind. I'm talking back in the day now. I mean, now you've got the new improved big guys, the Primaris, and so the Primarius Marines. Um, so I guess it's a whole different ball game, though. Though I do like the Primaris Scouts, man. I'm sorry, are they Scouts or are they snipers? Right, the snipers look really, really awesome. And I'm putting together a team downstairs. I just can't figure out what group I want to go with. I still haven't figured out what the Primaris Marines I'm going to paint up as, whether I'm going to make them a new chapter or what. I don't know. Do I have any 15 millimeter smaller Pontiacs? Um, I've only got the 15 millimeter from the Warlord Game uh, magazine. They have samples of the 15 millimeter plastics that are coming out with, which are really good. Um, I've got just a few Brits and a couple of French um, trees and sprues, but that's all I got. I used to have a whole bunch of 10 millimeter and 15 millimeter that was given to me by an old friend of mine from New Zealand. Um, he gave me a bunch of stuff like that, plus some 25 millimeter, 28 millimeter, really around that, which I still have. They're actually painted up on my table. But the 15 millimeter, no, 10 millimeter, I ended up letting them go. Yeah, no, Hex. Yeah, actually, I like them a lot. I think they're doing a really I think they're doing a really fantastic job putting that whole series together. And if you don't have the room like I got here, if you only have like your kitchen or a spare bedroom or something like that, you know, or the floor, or you want to put two painting things together, or a folding table, the that 15 millimeter Epic Warlord, awesome, awesome. I love the detail. I love the scalps. Uh, it's killing me not to get into it, but I've got so much stuff in the cellar that I really can't justify, jumping in that pool and going for a swim in there. I can't. She'll kill me. Yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, it's tough enough as it is right now with all that stuff. So, but she's a good girl. She sends me Facebook Marketplace stuff for soldiers and stuff, and says, "What do you think of this? What do you think of that?" So, it's just that I know I don't have the time, or the space, or the eyes to paint those little figs anymore. I don't have an attic. That's why I'm outside. Yeah, I don't have an attic, but yes, I do have a lot of stuff. And what happens is I start seeing how much stuff I have, and I'll sell some off, or um, I'll put something together and I'll have a raffle for you guys, and I'll send it out to you. Um, so just let me know what you're interested in. It's a great hobby. I love sharing it. Um, so I know, yeah, yeah, it's a good hobby. I just wish COVID never hit and kind of slowed everything down. But hopefully things will pick up, and and we'll get back on track, and the world will get its shit together, and we can start having fun again. And we'll see what happens. It's like anything; it's a cycle, right? Up and down, up and down. You know, think about the poor guys that the kids that went through 1938, the 40s. What happened to those kids? So I think we're blessed in the times we live in, and we have to be real careful not to lose that. We really do. We have to be real careful to pay attention to what is happening around us. Do I have a favorite Napoleonic battle? Ah, Waterloo is probably and I know that's like, as it like Waterloo is my favorite battle. Um, there's just so much involved in it. It's so decisive, um, and it's so cliche. It really is. But I think it's because in the United States, we I think tend to focus more on the Civil War and not the European battles. Um, I think I might be a little bit of an oddball when it comes to Napoleonics and wargaming that era. And I have to say there aren't too many Yanks that because there are plenty of Yanks that are doing Napoleonics. And let's see. So Waterloo's my all-time favorite. I mean, I've got tons and tons of books on it, and there are so many other really cool Napoleonic battles. Um, I want to say um, the next one after Waterloo would be maybe Leipzig. I want to say maybe Leipzig would be the next one, and then um, Borodino. So I say that the three battles that it would be the Waterloo being the top, Leipzig being my second, and Borodino being the third. Yeah, Elau was that's a good one. That's a good one. Um, and then I like at the Age of Sail. The American ships fighting the Brits and the War of 1812. Uh, oh man, I was so into that. It was like I was just trying to find the words. I'm looking off into space, trying to figure out. It's so to me, it's such a romantic, like romance type era of wooden ships and iron men. You know, with the British being one of the most powerful navies at sea at the time, and the little United States with its hardened oak boats going out there, and their frigates going out there fighting, this well-established naval power, you know. So that's pretty cool. I love that Navy. Um, I went into the Marine Corps, but all my uncles were in the Navy except for two were in the Army, but most of my uncles were in the Navy. They come home on shore leave and they be in their whites or their blues. But I ended up becoming a Marine, and but I always loved the wooden ships, sailing ships. It was pretty cool. You had to have a lot of guts to get into those ships and sail, no matter what country you're from. You know, they have the steel nerves to get out there on the rigging and the yard arms and just the lattice. You know, just going up those rope lattice. It's incredible bravery, incredible. The ship's rocking back and forth. I mean, I can remember um, I when I was a combat engineer, um, they were cross training me into stringing comm lines, and some of these comm lines had to go high, so we had these racks, and on the racks you had isolators, and usually a rack had three isolators, maybe four. It depends, and so you'd have to gaff up the tree, and you have to put them up high. So I remember going up this tall pine tree, and it thins out as you climb higher and higher. It thins out, and as you're going higher, the wind's blowing, and you're actually moving with the tree. So you've got your harness around you, and you get your steel shoes, your gaffs on your feet, right? Your boots. So you're basically hugging the tree with your legs, kind of laid out with the strap, with your safety strap around the tree. And what you do is you dig in, bring the strap up, dig in, push yourself up, dig in, strap up, and you kept doing that all the way up. So you kind of like side side hop on up the tree. And as you get higher and higher, of course, the tree starts out like this, right? And all of a sudden, it's going down like this. It's getting really, really thin. So then you're up there, and the trees, as the higher you go, the stability is now you're like you're doing this. You're moving back and forth, and it's like, good God, now you gotta put these racks onto the tree so you can string the line through. So what ends up happening, so you bang in the racks, and of course you have the line attached to your butt. It's tied off to you, so you hop up the tree. You got to make sure. And the thing is, this is because you got the branches. You got to hang on the tree. You got to unclick your harness and move the strap above the branch that's poking out of the tree. So you move the strap around. So now you're ready for free fall. So if something weird happens, you're going down, and it could be a bumpy ride. That's happened to me a couple of times where it's the branches. The branches save you. You just don't lose your head, but you go down and it scrapes your face and you get all banged up. And yeah, it's not a fun ride. They're not gonna find it in an amusement park, but it's pretty cool. So what I was saying is, so you get up there and you're rocking back and forth. So can you imagine those poor guys up in those ship masts, looking down, seeing a small boat? And the funny thing is, the higher you go, the more things look like ants, and they just like trucks, like our tanks and our trucks, and they look tiny. They're like all of a sudden they're like probably maybe like 1/6 scale cars. If you ever see those model cars, you see them, and they're like they're down there, and you're looking down, and you go, oh my god, if I fall, I'm dead. But can you imagine being up there in the mast? The ship's not only going back and forth, but it's going up and down, and to the side. And the wind's blowing, the sails are furling, they're blowing, and you're just looking down at the little tiny sail that's walking around the boat. that takes that takes a lot of balls. So my hats off to those brave guys. So wow, what a tangent, huh? I just went, whoop, but that's cool. And that went from Waterloo to naval battles, wooden ships and iron men. There's actually a board game called that. Mm. Yes, I still have my motorcycle. It's sitting on the side of the house. I've only taken it out twice this year. I really should get on it today and get out there. I might. I don't know. They're doing a lot of road work out in the roads, so that kind of I it just like sucks because you get all that dirt and rocks and stuff like that. But other than that, no, I do have the motorcycle. Um, I need to get out, take it out more, but I just haven't had the time. A lot of work. Um, we actually suffering a drought right now, so the weather is really hot. We've only had two thunderstorms, so I really don't have a good excuse not to take the bike out. But I do have it. I do have it. I was even thinking about getting another one, but I'll keep her. I've had her for a while, and she's always done me good. So there's no need to get a new one. There's a giant bumblebee just flew over my dog's head, and she's staring at it right now. Hopefully, she ain't gonna do anything stupid. She gets stung all the time, and then she can't walk. What are you doing, Mama? Huh? What are you doing, Mama? Hmm? Come here, Mama. Good girl. Hmm? Still messing with those bees? Huh? You messing with those bees? So what I was saying, okay. So what we got is we got Horror Hound, which is what I just recently picked up, and one of my favorite movies is War of the Worlds. And War of the Worlds. Let's see. So War of the Worlds with Was it Orson Welles that started that thing? October 30, 1938 broadcast, Mercury Theater on air. Nothing would be the same after this night. It is estimated that 32 million people may have been listening that night to the radio. The Mercury Theater on air. Writer Howard Koch was tasked with converting 287-page novel into a 50-some-minute radio play and was stumped, working for weeks to try and find a way to do it. Yeah, he's simply running out of ideas. Wells come up radio break-ins similar to those of real news coming out of Europe as World War II ramped up. Be good, Hex. 1936, all black interpretation of Macbeth as a voodoo tale. How'd that get in? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea what that was all about. The Mercury Theater on Air was not a highly rated program, was regularly beaten in the ratings by The Chase and Sandbar Hour with Edgar Bergen, its ventriloquist show. The Chase and Sanborn Hour was running along that night, and that allowed for the first few minutes to be missed when people finally started scanning about their radios. If one had listened for the start, it was clear that it was a radio play, but alas, history was not content to play out as such. Do you have the new Hero Quest? Yes, I do have the new Hero Quest. Do you have it? If you don't have it, I can actually open it up for you right now and show you everything that has to do with it. It's up to you. What would you like me to do? Drive-in theaters. Remember the drive-in theaters? VHS. Let's see. All right. So there's a couple of books. I actually have this book right here. That one right there I have on my shelf, which is very, very cool. I love that style of spaceship. It's just so awesome. I know it's not the original kind of tripod one, which I believe would be similar to this right here. But these were cool. I actually have that model. I love the opening to that. I wish I could find it. Where can I find? Oh wow, that is so neat. Look at this. See that right there? I'm going to see if I can find that. I want to get that. I did not know that was there. Wow. The War of the Worlds. Oh, it's by Pegasus. Okay. It's not a model, but there's two of them. You've got this one here. So you've got that one there, right? And then you got this one down there. Very cool. I know that's a model. That's a model. I almost got it. I do have the model with just the ship itself, which is pretty cool. And I do have this right here. I do have that on VHS down the cellar. I have that cover right there. I want to see if I can find that. I'll have to look on eBay to see that. This, I like the new War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise was really, really cool. I enjoyed what they did with that. And I like that tripod. And they do have a model, but it's kind of expensive right now. So I'll wait on it. I have the old one, and yes, I do. And is it fully painted? Yeah, I can. I can bring those out if you want, and show you. I I can show you a comparison. Um, I can do that right now if you want me to. So let's see. You'll come with me, and we'll do a little look-see for the Hero Quest. All right, so I believe my painted Hero Quest is down here. Now I do once in a while when I buy a bag of soldiers or whatever. There's some oddball stuff in it too, and I don't mind that because what ends up happening is this: is I will have some Hero Quest stuff in here, like the knights, and we got. Where are we? We got some zombies that I'm painting up. We got some goblins, right? But what we want to look at, right, I believe is down here, no? Let's see. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Hero Quest, where are you? Man. We have Space Crusade, blah, 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 battle. Is it behind there? Yep, there it is. All right. Oh. Okay, what do we got? Let's show you what I'm doing down here. We can see this. We got all down here. We have this stuff, flat top. We have Space Crusade. We've got an old box of bones. We've got, here we go. We got old Hero Quest. We got Dragon Strike and Dark World. But right now, we're concerned with Hero Quest. So we'll look at that. Remember that one? Space Crusade? Okay. So let's get that. And we'll take a look at that. And let's put these babies back. This is an awesome game. Hot flat top. Very cool. We got flat top. We have tank battle. We have dogfight. We have broadside. I'm gonna have to give one of these away. I got 3, and we've got Battle Masters. All right, so we got all that stuff. Put you right there for now, and then okay. So we have Space Crusade, Hero Quest. So let's take a look at Hero Quest. For Ramon, Mr. Vasquez, we are going to take a look at Hero Quest. Okay, so let's put you here. Okay. Turn the light on, shed some light on this. All right. So here we go. So this is Hero Quest. Let's clear the board. Okay. We're going to clear the board. Remember that, huh? All that neat stuff. All monogram tank models. Simply lovely. another stuff. Okay, cool book. Terry turned me onto this book. This kills me right here. This box. That kills me. Everyone else is on horses except for Steiger. Kind of Napoleon, are you? All right. So, what do we got? So, this is a Hero Quest. This is the old one. Okay. That's the old one. We got some Dungeons and Dragons stuff. First quest. We got some pretty cool stuff here. And we got, oh yes, oh yeah. So here, this is a special that came with Hero Quest, the first one. The if you bought it, if you got the expensive set, you got all this. I'm just having a hard time. All right, here we go. Okay. So, all right, Ramon. This is what you're looking at. Okay. So when you bought the set, the new set came with this right here, with the special figs and these. So originally it was this right here. So you could get the Hero Care, and you would get that right there. And the whatchamacallit, the unlocks ended up being this right here. And the unlocks are pretty cool because you got some extra cardboard for your battles. You got your extra minis. So you got your was it the Barbarian? So you got the Barbarian. You got your Wizard. You got your Dwarf. And you got your Elf. And the figures were these guys right here. So those were the extras. You got your books. You got your Hero Quest book, The Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, The Spirit Queen, Torment, and Prophecy of Taylor. And then you got your cards, your other heroes. So you got the Special Bard. You got your Warlock. Come on, Bobby, get that straight. You got your Wizard. You got your Druid. I like that drawing. I like her. Okay. Now you got plenty of these cards right here, your spells and stuff like that. So I know they did 100 box openings on this. And then you got your minis right there. Which are not too bad. They're pretty cool. Okay. So that was I think this is I think that was my pride and joy of this set was this dragon, with I want to say it was the Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, which I destroy his name all the time, and it's Joe Manganiello, and he's an awesome dude. He loves Dungeons and Dragons and all that neat stuff. So he he actually came up with this dragon. He came up with this dragon, and then this uh all right, come on now, quest book. so so that's what he came up with. He loves dragons. He plays a dragonborn character in D&D, and he's just an awesome guy. And of course, his wife is very, very hot. Um, Hopefully, if he ever meets me, he doesn't pop me in the head for saying that. But she is. I love her to death. She is just so awesome. She's a great person, and he's a great guy. Um, so that's that. Let me throw these in here. So that's just the specials you got for this. So that was just this right here, which was the unlocks for the tier. So now let's take a look at the old one first. I know that we got that out of the way. We're going to take a look at the old one. This is the old Hero Quest game. So the board is very cool. It's a very simple game that you can play with your kids, grandkids, your kids, whatever, or your girlfriend, whatever, your boyfriend, whatever you want to do. And it's a great cardboard folding playing aid. So that is my rack. I haven't painted these yet, but so here we have an orc. You can see that. Yeah. You can see that. That's an orc. Plenty of orcs. We have a mummy. We have the wizard door. More orcs. We have an old grenadier. That's an old grenadier skeleton from way back when that I painted. Hamster! How are you, pal? I didn't even know you were there. And we have that's the desk. Got another mummy. We got a skeleton. The Chaos Knight. Another rack. The gargoyle, which looks more like a Balrog, if anything. The purple guys, whatever these were, femurs or whatever they are. More knights. Mummy. Another skeleton. So yeah, we got a few. few things. Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool. That's the spell book. A lot of orcs. Zombie. Okay, what else we got? So we got knights. We got some goblins. You can see that. And I've got some figs here that I have to paint up. These are the originals. I do have them. They are painted up downstairs. As a matter of fact. So that's originally what they look like. And I do have them right here. So we have a dude there, a dude there, a dude there, and a dude there. So let me put these down and show you a little bit better side by side. All right. Okay, so coming down, you can see that right here, right? Right. There you go. So there's so many characters there. And I lost my dwarf. I'm actually repainting the dwarf because I lost him. We got this. We got the rack. So we got a lot of neat stuff here. So that is the old one. The old wooden dice, which are pretty cool. These are pretty neat. So that's what you got. And I'm actually repainting him because I painted him up, but I lost him. So I do have an extra one that I'm taking care of. So that's my favorite hero is the Barbarian. I've always played a human fighter. When I was doing Dungeons and Dragons, when I wasn't the DM, when I wasn't the Dungeon Master, I always did the human fighter. I would just yeah. So the Barbarian is my man. That's who I like to play. So I seriously gotta paint these guys up. So that is and it looks when this table's set up and you got all these and they're all painted, it looks really cool. So that's the original one. And it's actually a very cool game. If you have it, if you're lucky enough to have it, you can actually get these on eBay. I mean, I think they're pretty expensive now, but you can still get it. Let's see. All right, so what do we got? Let me put this away. Not gonna fit, so we'll have to throw it down here, right? And we'll go over here. Hero Quest. This one. Oh God, it's a thick box. Okay, it's got cool artwork, similar to the original. Your minis are here. I haven't painted them. But there's your minis. Oh, my favorite toy soldier brand. Now it depends on what toy soldier brand you're talking about, because when I was a kid, my favorite toy soldier brand was Britain's Detail, and like classic toy soldiers, it was Britain's. I did have a Marx Fort Apache set. So it would be Britain's Detail for World War II stuff, but it would definitely be Marx for the Cowboys and Indians, and then they came out with the World War II stuff. The Germans were awesome. I love them. They were very, very cool. This is a mess. So these are the cards. And then you've got your cards, your players' sheets, all your doors right there, and all your plastic doohickeys, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to leave these there. You got your Dungeon Master screen. What do I prefer, a Hero Quest, Advanced Hero Quest, or Warhammer Quest? You know what? I like them all. Your rule book, and of course your quest book. This I'm not too crazy about with the folding 4 parts. I think the more folding parts you have, the more chance you have of it getting hurt. But it's a little bit bigger than the original, but it's still pretty cool. It's not bad. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's just kind of tough, as far as. So now we got to put all this stuff in here. But it's definitely a nice set if you can pick it up. I know you can get them on Amazon now, not expensive as before. So if you wanted to pick it up and you don't have the original, this is definitely a second best one. Even it's modernized, so if you like it, grab it. It's not bad. It's pretty cool. You got a lot of options. Plus, they're coming out. Hasbro's coming out with more quests, and they recently came out with I think the Elf one. So, what was it? I think they're coming out with the Orcs Keep, something like that. So we got Keller's Keep. We already got it. So we got Return of the Witch Lord right here, and we got Keller's Keep right there. And they came out with the one with the Yeti. The one with the elves. So these aren't too bad. This is the Return of the Witch Lord, which you're just getting a bunch of skeletons and a new character. So basically that's what it is. And my poor knees. Okay. So what do we got? So they're falling out, but I do believe that I have everything underneath here. So you get a different door. So you get this door, which is different than the rest. And you get this door. And then you get more spell cards. Get another quest book. And you get more tiles. So they are coming out with... I'm just going to throw these guys in here. So they are coming out with more modules. so you can expand your Hero Quest. So at least Hero Quest is keeping it up and not letting it die off. So that's the Witch Lord. And then Keller's Keep is much the same. And the skeletons, they're not too bad. They're pretty cool. Keller's Keep. Look, I haven't even opened it yet. Keller's Keep. Okay, so you get your quest book, you get your tiles, you get your cards, you get your doors, your abominations, which I guess used to be the femurs, and more orcs. I like the orcs. The orcs look good. I think these guys remind me of Resident Evil's bio weapons when you're fighting them in the tunnels. So they're pretty cool. So that rocks. I like it. It's pretty neat. So that is your Hero Quest, new and old. We'll put this back in. So now we're going to throw these back in here. So we got what? What do we got? Dungeons and Dragons. More Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And so we have that, and we have Snarf Quest and Queen of the Soldiers, right? Okay, what else we got? Is that what we got? That's what we got. All right. Throw you under here. How's that work? That'll work. All right. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's go back, see how the dogs are doing. Ooh. All right. Hi, guys. What are you doing? Let's get some lemonade. All right. So, AFX 1/72 scale was kind of my favorite. And then, Marks too. But Marks was, they're a lot bigger. They're 54 millimeter scale. And I grew up with Marks because that's what my dad and mom would buy off the, when they went to Sears and Roebucks. They would buy me toy soldiers from there, the giant store, Woolworths and Woco, that kind of thing. And it was only until we moved out of the projects that I ended up getting a paper route. And once I had my paper route, my mom and dad stopped buying me stuff, except on Christmas, birthdays. So then it was up to me to buy my own stuff. And I think I was making maybe $5 a week or $10 a week or something like that. So I would end up buying like monogram models at Rogers Toy Store in Lowell, Mass. And that's when I started picking up the AFX Napoleonics. And my buddy Raymond would buy everything, but I would pick up the AFX Napoleonics. And so 1/72 AFX became my go-to. Marks kind of died out. You didn't really see too much Mark stuff unless you went to one of the like Kmart, no, there was no Walmart then. It was Kmart. It was Giant Store. It was Sears and Roebucks. So they came out like with little play sets, which were pretty cool. But hmm, I think the Airfix was the go-to thing for me. Hey, Martin. Hey. So what else we got? So I think the but I love them now. Now I pick up Mark sets all the time. I can remember uh, my buddy Chipper Red. He his dad was a garbage man who worked the city. He worked for the city, and he would come home with all kinds of stuff. And what Chipper didn't want, he'd give to me. And I can remember. Oh, plus when I was delivering papers, I found an old Tomcat, not the Pussycat, but a model. I think it was Rebel, and it was a F-14 Tomcat in the garbage, and it was partially built. So I ended up grabbing it, taking it home, and I put it together. And Tom Cruise, Tomcat, Top Gun, but that's before Tom Cruise was even. I think he was just as old as I am. I think I'm a little bit older, uh, but it's before he came out with his risky business and in Top Gun. But I found that, and I found a big tank, and it was motorized. It was you had the electric cord that came to the remote control, and you drive it around. Well, of course, it was broken. That's why it was in the trash. And so back in the day, so go back 10 years when we're living in the projects. My dad got me a bag of Fort Apache Cowboys and Indians. And we actually made a Fort Apache out of popsicle sticks. So we went around the project picking up popsicle sticks and got some Elmer's glue. And we actually made. He's awesome. He he actually made me. We did it together. We made a Fort Apache out of popsicle sticks, and we used the picture from the Spiegel catalog that my mom had. And he actually made a working drawbridge. Now, drawbridge on a fort in the west, yeah, okay, but it worked. So the drawbridge would come down. But we did. We did the little blockhouses on the corners, the whole 9 yards, and then he went out and got me the plastic mark soldiers. So that was my only really um, dive into marks at the time. Besides, uh, my mom and my dad got like they were $1.49 or something, and they came in a box about this big, and they're called Britain's Details, and they were American soldiers and they were German soldiers. And I had two boxes. They got me a box of American soldiers and a box of German, and that was my Christmas present. So, and we got these like hand puppets from Walt Disney. It's just crazy, like the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, whatever. And but those detail soldiers were pretty cool. So now today I see these Mox sets, and it's unbelievable. So I grab them when I can because it reminds me of when I was a little boy. Um, and I would end up, you know, going through and so I deliver my papers, and every Thursday I think trash got picked up on Fridays. Collecting day was Friday, so as and mine, I have some lemonade. No coffee for me, brother. Tea, I can do tea every now and then, but coffee, nah, not anymore. I subsisted on that for many years, and my doctor said I had to give it up. So that stuff is gone. The cigarettes and the coffee are gone. But I do have some lemonade. It's not spiked. It's clean. Um, so I can remember I found that big remote control tank that didn't work. I think I was 11 years old maybe, and there were these teenagers, and they saw the tank and they said, "Listen, we're going to give you this box of soldiers," and it was the Mark's Battleground set, which I didn't know at the time, but it was just a box of soldiers, and it was a Mark's Battleground set. It had barbed wire, had the German 88, and what really caught me, because the thing is, this is the only soldiers I had to fight against soldiers. and the marks was the Americans against Americans, green and tan, or cowboys and Indians. That's all I got. My mom would get me a bag of these soldiers, and that would be it. But they would be mixed. I saw these marks Germans with the real helmets, the Stelhelm helmets, and I just about freaked. I went, wow, wow, actually German-looking soldiers, real bad guys. So I gave them the tank, and I got the marks, and that was my first legitimate Mox battleground set. No, I should say Mox set, because later on, as my dad got a better job, he would stop buying me the um, the Mox tin sets, uh, Cape Canaveral, Fort Apache, the Knights. I love the Knights because I was into Robin Hood, so they got me the Knights set, and I think that was it. I think Fort Apache, the Knights set, and Cape Canaveral. Those were the three sets I got. What's the matter, Mama? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? So shh, hey, shh, stop it. So hey, what's the matter with you? Huh? What's the matter with you? Gordita, ¿qué pasó? Huh? ¿Qué pasó? Yeah, I know. I hear you. So I got these soldiers. That was my first battleground set, which was awesome. Hey, Bruce. Good morning. Um, so that's so it was a toss up between. So my first love is the FX soldiers. My next would be the Marks. Wow, talk about going all the way around. Okay, so what do we got going on here? What do we got going on? All right, um, so I gotta check out what I want to pick up next is that War of the Worlds, that toy right there. That's what I want next. That's what I'm going to see if I can find. What else we got going on? So we did the She-Hulk. I got a couple of back issues of Comic Creator and Alter Ego for comics, which I haven't perused yet, but I will. These are the mags I usually buy to keep up with the comic book industry, and see what's going on in the past and all that neat stuff. Um, Bud Plant. So we got a lot of neat stuff to go over. So what would you guys like me to review? So I do like She-Hulk. There are some cringy things on it but I do understand why and what they're doing, and I think as far as criticism goes on these Marvel shows, I just wish that people would stop going off the trailers and just take it for what it is and view it objectively, and I mean these people out that's their job. They're working. It's like me as a cop. Every time there's bad cop incidents, like we all cringe. We go, oh my god, here we go. You know, um, like the poor woman who the hatchback came down on her head like a guillotine. So I took care of her, got the ambulance. Got the um, the EMS people, the ambulance, come take a look at it, and I basically handheld her through the whole thing. You know, the poor woman. She had some medical stuff going on, pretty serious, and then she gets chopped in the neck. You know, you don't hear that stuff. You don't hear that stuff about what cops are doing out in the street. The good stuff. All you hear is the bad, bad, bad. And if you base everything on bad, then you're not going to see the good in things. You know. Um, so that's it. And my advice is just to just take things with a grain of salt, see it through, see how it goes. Um, Not to say there aren't things out there that don't make sense, but hey, I mean, as far as that goes, I'm trying to be nice. I am trying to be nice here. There's I am. I'm just. I think I'll quit while I'm ahead. 'Cause I don't want to. I don't want to delve into that. You know, race swap and gender bendering and all that neat stuff. There's no need for that. Just come up with your own stuff. Everyone wants it. Everyone wants to sit at the table and eat. So just be kind to each other and respect each other, and you'll be good. Um, Mine, yes, I loved the FX toy soldiers as a kid. Yeah, I was an American British General. I originally didn't paint my FX, and then I started to. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe it was my dad, because I remember the first FX figures that I painted. I painted with my father, and they were the American Revolution, George Washington's um, Continentals, and we had two boxes, and we painted the two boxes up. One box was Continentals, and one box was the Redcoats, and then they came out with the uh, Waterloo series. They came out with the Napoleonics, and they were. I can remember as a kid, I was enthralled by the German Africa Corps, Rommel, Erwin Rommel. I was heavy into his history. I was heavy into his biography, and this is a teenager. I was amazed at how the British soldiers and the German soldiers in the desert in Africa treated each other. It was much like the dog fightings of World War One. There was a lot of chivalry amongst the soldiers, and the Africa Corps I always felt was the underdog. And of course, the Germans have great uniforms, you know. Yeah, and plus, Rommel was he was a soldier, but I mean, he was fighting for the Nazis, but he was a good soldier. You can have good soldiers who fight for their country, and that doesn't take any courage or bravery away from them. And that. I think that's the catch 22 in that. The Africa Corps was disciplined, fought well. The Brits were disciplined and fought well, and they had this unique kind of brotherly soldierly thing going on, which I found very intriguing because it was totally the opposite with the American Marines and the Japanese and the Pacific Theater. That was just downright brutal. I mean, there was a lot of atrocities going on, and on both sides. I'm not saying there wasn't, but it's like anything. When you demonize a group of people, it's going to come back at you, and that's what happened. Um, but the Africa Corps. So I painted up Africa Corps. I painted up the Napoleonics. Uh, I can remember when the movie came out. Waterloo came out with De Laurentiis. When he made Waterloo, I just about died. I went, wow, wow, and I had an old VHS copy that just it was so crappy, but I watched it over and over and over until the thing died. It gets stretched out and dies. Yeah, you know what, Bruce? There was respect between the Germans and the British in Africa. And I'm I, I'm sure in wartime stuff happens. I mean, it happens, but the overall, I think they treated each other the way soldiers did, with respect for each other. You know, and I'm sure that was on the European front too. I mean, excluding the SS. Um, we hear those, atrocities, and U.S. Marines. My own branch of the service in World War II. But it's like anything. In Vietnam, same thing. You know, a lot of my friends were in Vietnam, and they, in the Marine Corps, they tell you, this is what we did. You walk into a village and they got a stacks of AKs, and they got some RPGs, and they got hand grenades, and they got tons and tons. They got more rice. They could feed a regiment, and it's not. It's not that village. So they would torch the village, and stuff would happen. So war is war, and that's the end all. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. So I'm thinking hard. Can you see my brain burning? But I think there's some kind of respect on both sides at times, and then at times there isn't. But I love painting. I love painting the little effects, and it's nice that I sent some over to the War Museum, which was really, really cool. I never thought that was going to happen. So that was neat. I really enjoyed doing that. Hi, Lewis. What do I think of Bolsonaro? Millions of buck with condensed. I have no idea what you're talking about, Lewis. Hi, Robert. What do you think about Bolsonaro? Vast some millions of buck with condensed milk. I don't know. And there's a weird-looking bug crawling on my screen right now. What the hell are you? I don't know. No, Lewis. I don't know what that is, so I can't answer you that. I wonder if this bug is going to crawl over the camera. He is. He's right there. Martin, do you know what he's talking about? Because I don't have a clue. Is it lost in translation? Is that what's happening? Because I'm thinking it's a drink, like I'm thinking it's kind of like a coffee brandy type drink, the shit my mother used to drink. Could be spam. well, that yes. Now, yeah, nothing like a good piece of spam to go with your drink, right? A little bit of bread. Oh, okay. He is a president of Brazil, and he do this. That an important point to everybody who talks in Brazil. What did he do, Lewis? What did the president of Brazil do? I'm interested. That's what everyone's talking about in Brazil. Let's see. What do you think about millions of with condensed milk? Doesn't sound too good. Did he do something really bad with the milk? Is that what we're talking about here? Thorsten, good afternoon. How you doing? My first FX one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my buddy Raymond, he bought them all. He bought like all the FX that came out. I tended to stay with the Africa Corps and the Napoleonics and Colonials, the Continentals, the Brits, the Grenadiers, and the George Washington. And then they came. I found the Foreign Legion, Oh, I see. Okay, I get it, Lewis. Now he paid millions of dollars in condensed milk. Wow, wow. Well, I suppose canned milk wouldn't be such a bad idea if you're suffering from food shortages because the canned foods will last you a lifetime. Well, at least as long as they're not dented and you keep them in a cool, dry place, those cans will last you a long, long time. I don't want to say a lifetime; it's like 20 years, right? But I can remember um, doing sea rations. I ate sea rations for years, and sea rations is the military canned food. Bruce, okay. After I got that piece. Oh yes, 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 yeah. What is up with the union's vows? I don't understand that. As a kid, I could not understand that. What was the deal with those guys in those uniforms? They were from New York, right? Most of those Zouaves are from New York, and I couldn't. I need to look into that. I couldn't fathom their uniforms. Was it like a national thing, like what they grew up with? It national ancestry, like was their ancestors? It was like an ancestry thing, like the Highlanders, they wear their kilts and stuff like that. I think my neighbor just bought a camper. He's got boats, ATVs, motorcycles. Now he's got a camper, a big one, big RV. My dog's going crazy. Anyway, hey, little one, yeah, come here, mama. What's the matter with you? Huh? What you doing? What are you doing? So what else we got? So, um, so we went through She-Hulk, went through War of the Worlds, miniatures. What else would you like to talk about? Oh, we did the Hero Quest. Well, let's see, Bruce. Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that. Ramon, ciao. Take care. Oh, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that fancy uniforms were a thing in the north. That's interesting. There's a little chirping bug. Excuse me, walking across my camera. Kind of looks a cross between a cricket and a ant. My little one doesn't want to come over to me. I don't know why she does this. But she's very independent. Come here, Tiara. Come here. Come here, Mama. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let's just say hi. You know? This is Tippy. That's Tippy. That's Tippy. Right. Come on. Come on. Yeah, now I'll get all three of them. Come here. Come on, guys. Come here, Mama. Shh. Stop it. There they are. This is Tiara, Tippy, Hyena. Dad, Mom, and the baby. No, I haven't seen Hamilton. Um, I haven't seen. Oh. I haven't seen Hamilton, but I just got done reading Macbeth. So I had a book on my shelf from 1910, and it was Shakespeare's Macbeth. And wow, yeah, it was a good book. I enjoyed it. Um, wow, Macbeth was a nasty bloke, wasn't he? Jeez. Oh, really? The Confederacy, Louisiana as well, huh? Jeez. What's the matter, Mama? Are you nervous? It's just a big truck. So yeah, I finished reading Macbeth. Um, I might, I might reread The Tempest. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, yeah. Everyone wanted to buy the little one, the one that kind of looks like a little miniature German Shepherd. And originally she was all black, and then she turned her colors. But originally she was going to be sold to somebody else, but they never came by. Yeah, my collection's scary, ain't it? But it's just age. It's just picking up stuff here and there, and just time, free time. Not that I really have too much free time, but it's just stuff that I like, and I pick up little by little here and there, and then you know, next thing you know, it's just big. Louis, ciao. Be good. So lots of condensed milk. Yes, sir. I actually, believe it or not, Louis, before you go, I got my wife, mi esposa, mucho condensed milk. I got a lot, believe me, a lot, because she likes to make flan and Jello. So, cheers to you. You good out there? I'm on my sausage. It's my little sausage right here. Sausage with legs. So, what else we got going on, guys? What else we got going on? Let's see. So I was perusing. Is it here? So I was perusing this 1992 catalog, Summer Spring TSR catalog for Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and I saw something that I was interested in. It's right here, and it's the Dragonlance Chronicles. $150 on eBay. I said, you know what? I'm looking through it. I said, yeah, I don't think so. Maybe it was like 50, maybe at least under $100. I could see the Tales of the Lance box set sold for $20 in 1992, and now they're selling on eBay for like 150, $180. Cheapest one I saw was 109, 109. I'm like, wow. But the artwork, Caldwell's artwork is just fantastic right here. Bruce, yes, my collection is. Ah, no, don't even say that. The thing is you collect what you like, and it's. I just happen to go in, I'll buy something, and sometimes there is, you can have too much. Like I'm seriously thinking about picking up a box of Prussians for the 28 millimeter. Yes, yeah, Cal was artwork. Most of the fantasy Dungeons and Dragons artwork, like Larry Elmore and I think it's Bruce Caldwell, um, are really really good. Um, I always grab them whenever I see their artwork. I snag them. Uh, but I was heavy into Dungeons and Dragons and fantasy and that neat stuff, so that was cool. And I'm a fan of beautiful women in artwork, you know, and in shape gladiators and stuff like that. And I just artwork's beautiful, you know. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? She's too much. She is too much. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I spoil her. So yeah, so I was thinking about picking up. I was really thinking. Oh, Conan. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the Frizz. Ah man, the barbarian are hot. They're so hot. Now, Frisia, am I pronouncing it right? What is that? I haven't heard of that. Conan and Frisia. You have to enlighten me on that one because I don't know. Frisia artwork. Okay. Um, I'm gonna check that out. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that person, so I'll check that out. Um, Boris Vallejo, he's good. It's Boris and Julie, right? The husband and wife team. They do some fantastic artwork. Um, I think my all-time favorite is Frazetta. Frank Frazetta was just I loved his artwork. There's just something about it. But Larry Elmore's good too. Frazetta, Larry Elmore, Caldwell, you know, all good stuff. What are the two brothers? The Hillbrant brothers? Oh, Bruce, you got FR in there, which triggered. Don't apologize. You triggered my memory into to Frank Frazetta, and I'm thinking, oh man, I missed an artist. Who did I miss? And I'm trying to. I'm gonna go look it up. I was gonna write it down and look it up, and like, um, I love the stuff that Ralph Bakshi and Frazetta did. They made Fire and Ice, which was a cool movie. Bakshi used to do a lot of contemporary American animation, like what do you do? What do you do? Do you fix the cat? Oh, come on now, Bobby. Hey, good looking. Uh, what else? Yeah, I know. It's tough getting old, man. Oh my god, I'm telling you, it's not cool. It's not cool. Um, you forget stuff, man. You forget stuff, and then you feel like, oh man, really? I should have known that. You know, we got to take vitamins or something. Was a friend of mine. One of my. Oh, I just one of my one of my one of my colleagues at work said she's gonna give me some kind of electroshock therapy that helps your brain remember shit. She's gonna give me that helmet, so I can walk around with this helmet on my head, and every time I forget shit, she's gonna zap me. So like, imagine me walking around in uniform with this helmet on my head, and every time I forget something, it just snaps the shit out of me. I'll get tased. I just see me going into a coffee shop, right, trying to order a fucking a drink, and also, I say, hey, I didn't forget anything I was thinking. Uh, oh, no kidding, Martin. Wow, Leo advertised the Mighty Irish Italian Cream. No kidding. Oh my god, that is awesome. Wow. Heavy Metal. Remember that movie came out, Heavy Metal? Oh my god, I was still in the Marine Corps, and Heavy Metal came out, and me and my buddy went to go see it. We were floored. The artwork, the animation was just fantastic. When the when that Corvette comes out of the space shuttle, man, my favorite scene in that, of course, is the B-17, the Island of the Dead, when the B-17 gets chopped up with flak, and then the green orb hits the tail end, and it just rifles through, and it zaps all the dead guys, and turns them into these walking, talking zombies. Not that they talk too much. Heavy Metal, one of my favorite movies back then. With Conan, I remember seeing Conan on the big screen with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he was good. Oh my God. Like I was doing, because in the service, right, we get paid every 2 weeks, and so for the week we got paid, we went out, we got drunk, and we spent all our money. There was booze, broads, and whatever, right? So we'd be broke, and then we would be broke for that next week. So what did we do? We sat around and played Dungeons and Dragons. So you got a platoon of Marines sitting around Dungeons and Dragons. They caught on, because now what happens is this. We left the barracks and we went out in town to, in one of the sergeant's houses, and we would, all the motorcycles pull in, and we got a pig in the backyard on a spit, turning around. So we'd have a pig roast, and all the guys, old ladies, would be running around drinking and stuff, and we'd be playing Dungeons and Dragons. I can remember this. I love telling this story. So when Conan came out, it was fantastic, and everybody saw Conan. Well, they wanted to, play Dungeons and Dragons, so I put together this thing, and everybody had their characters and everything, and I kind of cheated and grabbed my 5 Wraith Riders. It was kind of a steal from Lord of the Rings, and these were the primary antagonists. And this one dude, he played a thief, and he was always stealing shit off of everybody. So I got that, Martin. So that would come later. So I remember think of it now, okay? So beers being passed around, pigs being on a spit, spinning around in the backyard, motorcycles pulling up, and all these guys hanging around playing Dungeons and Dragons. Here's the Sons of Anarchy are actually the Sons of D&D. So the thief guy, great guy, love him to death, but he was such a dick, and he ends up dying. He got caught in one of my traps, so he slides down. He doesn't check for traps. He does whatever he was going to do. He slides down the slide into a vat of acid, fails his saving throw, and he's dead. This dude is pissed. His 7, 8 level character is just dead. He gets up, he grabs his beer, he's pissed, he leaves the room. I swear, 5 minutes later, I have all the wives around me and girlfriends around me mad at me because Knucklehead dies. Well, they want me to resurrect them because they want to go out. And they can't go out because Thief Boy wants to go home because his character is dead. So I'm being attacked by this bevy of women. Nice looking girls. Smart, intelligent, hungry guys. And they're gonna beat my ass. So I said, all right, how am I gonna do this? So somehow, some way, I end up getting these guys a wish, one wish, and the only wish they can do is bring asshole back, because these women are gonna beat my butt. So that's what they do. They spend their wish and they bring them back. The girls are happy. He's happy. I'm alive. I can sit here to tell you the story that I'm not the pig on the spit being roasted. And the girls went out. They went out to the bar. They had a great time. And they went out and raped and pillaged the fantasy community, whatever they whatever they're gonna do. So yeah, that was Conan. That was Conan for me. Yeah, Arnold. Arnold almost got me killed. Arnold, if you're watching this, you owe me. You owe me an autograph. You really do. Discretion is better part of being roasted. It really was, boy. I tell you. Yes, and never cross a woman. That's true. Happy wife is a happy life. Yeah, especially when you have that many on your ass. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, you're great girls. Though. What a great bunch of guys. You know, that was funny. Oh my God, I remember taking my buddy's bike out. I shouldn't have done it. Oh man, I fell right there in the front yard. I got on the bike. I was so drunk, I just plopped in, and that was it. Done. Okay, nice brand new Harley Davidson Sportster. It's like, ouch. So that was it. So we ended up having a little bit of roasted pork and beans and all that other neat stuff. A couple of beers here and there. So it was pretty good. And then off to the barracks when it was all done. Yes. Yeah, he wasn't too happy. Um, that was Corporal Bender's bike. Yep. Yep. Nice Sportster. It's like, wow. No. I was going to go to the store or something. I don't know what I was going to do. I just said, no, take it for a spin. Because I had what did I have at the time? And I think I had a Honda 650 at the time. So I was saving my money to get a big boy bike, and so I was with the Honda. Hey, it was cheap. So, and then yeah, I've only fallen down 3 times on my bikes, so I'm very lucky. The last time was a couple of years ago, man. Mm. Took the bike out too soon, right after winter, and I hit a slick of ice with water, and it just looked like a puddle, and there was no way to go around the puddle. And I had my leather on, I had my helmet. Thank God I had my helmet, and got it going, and I took off. I had to go through the puddle because there was no way to go around. So as I hit the puddle, man, I knew it. Lost traction, both tires. I started sliding. The guys working on the car crossed the way a bit, and I was doing about 25 miles an hour, maybe 30. Man, I went head over heels on that bike, hit my head against cement. I know I bounced. My bike, it just screeched and crashed, and oh my God. And I tried to get up. My head was dizzy. My helmet, it felt like I had an anchor on my helmet. And I just fell back into the snowbank. And I laid there. The guys come up to get me. I said, no, please just let me lay here. And I felt like I was going to throw up. Yeah. Hondas were always good bikes. The first bike I ever rode was a Yamaha 125. Me and my buddy Steven. We always used to get chased by the cops and cut through the woods. It was a Yamaha dirt bike, 125. And yeah, they could never catch us. I remember one day, he said, boy, pull your feet up. And we're going down railroad tracks, and there was a giant cinder block. Man, I learned to put my feet up because my foot hit that cinder block, and I swear to God, it knocked my foot up back and hit me in the back of the head. It hurt. But we used to, I tell you, we were nut jobs. We used to ride around. We had crossbows and we go shoot shit out in the woods. Oh, damn. You broke your collarbone? Yeah, concussion, yep. Oh man, that hurts. Thank God I didn't break anything. I gave myself a concussion. I knew it. Um, Once in a while, I still have a little neck thing goes on there. There's nothing I can do about it. But yeah, it's tough. You got to be real careful on a bike. I love riding. I do. I love riding. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? The minute my dad and my mom found out, and I went and I bought a new bike, they lost their mind. They did. They lost their mind. They, well, what are you doing? You're too old for that. What's the matter with you? Well, the thing was is I was just misdiagnosed with cancer, and because me and Jimmy were at Camp Lejeune, he was on one side, I was on the other, and me and Jimmy used to work together at Contract Security, and he was my boss, and I was the regional manager. He was a general manager. I was a regional manager, and he ended up dying from cancer. So then I went to go get checked out because of the Lejeune thing, Camp Lejeune, and they said, yeah, geez, we got 65% chance you got cancer. We got to do some more tests, blah, blah, blah. So I said, oh, shit. And I just watched my buddy Jimmy die from it. So I said, you know what? He was in 3rd Marines, and I was at 3rd Battalion. And so I was in the engineer platoon, and he was in 3rd Marines. And so he was on the other side, Camp Lejeune, Courthouse Bay, where engineers got trained, and he was in Amtrak's at the time. So he was on the other side of the bay. And I watched him die, within 1 year. His nose started. We was talking one day. He's sitting at his desk. He had a headache. So someone went to go get him some aspirin. All of a sudden, he starts bleeding from the nose. I said, Jimmy, shit, you're bleeding. So he said, oh, shit. So he went to the hospital. Next thing you know, he's got cancer. So he went through all the treatment and stuff and blah, 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 and it was in remission. And then within a year, it was gone. And then all of a sudden, I go to work, and they're pulling him out in a stretcher. And that was it. That was the last time I saw him. So 1 year after that, he died. So that's why I bought my bike. When they said I had 65% chance that I had cancer, I said, shit, Jimmy just died. I always wanted a Harley. Always. I did the Yamaha, I did the Honda. I like a Honda's a nice bike. And they came out with just the Honda Shadow, which kind of looks like a Harley. I almost bought one of those. And then Kawasaki was good too. Dirt bikes. Yamaha, Kawasaki. The Hondas were more of a street bike. Riding on the street. I mean, they do have some, but the Yamaha and Kawasaki's were be big time. That kind of thing. So I said, you know what? Took my comic books, half my comic book collection, sold it, got my sports stuff, and I drove my bike for the next 3 months, undergoing all kinds of weird tests and stuff like that. Yeah, cancer's not cool, man. It's a great equalizer. I don't care how much money you get. That shit grabs a hold of you, man. It's tough. You need a strong will to beat that. You really do. Strong will. I bought my bike, and that was it. So it was a good decision. I enjoy it. It's been a long time, but I enjoy getting up there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They were small bikes. They were a lot of people still learn on the Hondas, on the little 90s. They still do. You see them all the time. The motorcycle schools, that's what they train these kids on. Oh, not just say kids, but anybody who wants to get a motorcycle license, they usually whip out those little 90 cc's, and they do the motorcycle school. So that's where, I mean, they're still there. They still use those. Remember Suzuki too. I didn't see Suzuki's too much as I did the Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Honda. And the Harleys were big time motorcycle gang type things, clubs. I don't see gangs anymore, right? It's gotta be clubs. Because we're a club now. Yes. Yes, being in the engineers, I have the ability to build things. I built bridges, houses, uh, very important, tent flooring for the offices. One of my major projects was building saloon doors for a colonel in the shape of an eagle. You know, so that was pretty cool. But no, we did platforms. We built houses. We built bridges. We built both wooden and metal. Um, they erect a set bridge, which was an easy temporary. You throw it over the river so vehicles can get over, that kind of thing. You put it up, you can take it down. The wooden bridges, that kind of stuff, you build and you blow them up after that, because I did do landmine warfare as well. So I did booby traps, landmines, C4, plastic explosives, dynamite, um, toe tappers. I'm sorry, anti-personnel mines, anti-tank mines, and all that neat stuff. Yeah, there were too many women. I'll tell you what. There was one time we were out in the field, and there was this. I'm gonna say she was a gorgeous blonde, because back in the day there weren't that many women in the Marine Corps, and this young lady was, she would build like a brick shit house, and and she came on was it a D9, and I'm sorry, a bulldozer. So it's this giant bulldozer, and so she's working on that end of the field. I think we're building an airfield, and she was working on that part of the airfield, and and I was working on the other side, but all the Marines were over there. I was by myself. I wonder why. Yeah, maybe, maybe. Well, I'll tell you what, there, lady, you can fix my wagon anytime, right? Unbelievable. Your brother-in-law, Bruce. Jeez, I just caught that. I just caught that. Make sure that he gets the pamphlet. Ask him if he got it. There's a pamphlet that the government sent out that you're supposed to fill out. I sent mine in. Um, Make sure he gets that. I believe he can go to the, uh, the VA website and just put in Lejeune, and he could probably get a copy of that, fill it out, and send it in, because they're going to have to pay for all. And I'm not talking about the VA now. The VA, yeah, you know, Trump made it better, but prior to that, I wouldn't trust the VA. And now that Trump's out, the VA is sliding backwards again. But for that issue, have them go to the site and and fill out that. It's like 36 pages. It's a huge packet. Have them fill it out and send it in. It's very important that he get that documented, so he can have all that stuff taken care of. Especially if he was at Lejeune prior, I think it's from the 1950s to 1987. I forget what they were doing there, but I guess so. I guess Stanley Bay, yeah, all by myself. Everybody is over in one area, and I'm by myself. Yeah, I can see that happening. Hey, baby, what you doing? I I am I am good. Yeah, no, I'm up. I'm up. I'm with the dogs outside. No, not too long ago. I know. I've been up. I've been up for a while. I'm doing my YouTube thing. Yeah, you did. No, it didn't come through. Huh? That's weird. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely interested. I've been looking to get a hello, hola, hola, ¿cómo está? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. All right, I love you. Oh, you got another question. Okay. It's Comic Con Rhode Island in September with Danny Trejo. Oh no! If Mingo wants to go to the one in Manchester, I'll take him to the one in Manchester. Why I know who you talking about? You're talking about Mingo or you're talking about Machete? My no, Machete is going to be in Rhode Island. So Danny Trejo is going to be in Rhode Island. The Peanuts characters will be up in Manchester, and some like our age people. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Okay. hmm Uh, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe both. I don't know. We'll talk. I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, how about this? How about if I buy the tickets and they just reimburse me? I'll put it together. Yeah. All right. Well, let me. Well, wait. I'll wait till you get home and then we'll talk about it. We'll sit down. We'll talk about it. You're coming, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll take them up to Manchester. All right. Let me just sit down and I'll go through the website and figure out what days we're gonna go, and then you can touch base with them tomorrow. All right. All right. Take care. All right, mommy. I love you. Yeah. Okay. Looks like Comic Con action's going on. So I might be taking some more kids up to Comic Con. Maybe going up here at Granite State Comic Con in New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire, and then maybe going down to Rhode Island to see the Chips, Eric Estrada and his partner, and one of my all time favorite guys is Danny Trejo, Machete. So see him. Yes, and that is the Mission Impossible ringtone. That's exactly what that is. Yes, I love it. I love them. That would be awesome. Yeah. If they did the Bond movie, oh yeah. As a last stream was about James Bond, and because I grew up watching those movies, man, they were awesome, and I think Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible was along the lines of similar to that kind of vibe going on with Bond, minus minus you know the hot chicks. Is it the new word we're using now? Uh, she helps all the guys are saying chicks. We haven't said that in like a long time, right? And I think we stole that from the Brits with the birds. It's a good looking bird, and I think we changed it over here to chicks. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, James had some pretty good looking women, you know, both good and bad. And you know what? I really like Tom Cruise in movies. He really does a good job. He really puts his mind into it and really does great things with those. Um, I just saw Top Gun 2, which was fantastic. And what I like is he immerses himself, plus he immerses his co-actors into it, and they really focus on what it's about. So I thought that was pretty neat. I liked it. Okay. Color Sergeant Bourne. Yes. Yes. Color Sergeant Bourne also played Hercules in a couple of movies. Yes, which a couple of those old Gladiator Hercules movies. He played Hercules. Um, trying to think, was it Jason and the Argonauts where they drop him off at an island? I think that's what it was. Color Sergeant Bourne. Yeah, that was an awesome movie. That's an awesome movie. I do have Michael Caine's autograph with that still of Zulu. I was very lucky to get a poster too. Yeah, yeah, man. Imagine those mutton chops. Boy, I wish I could. I wish I could. Wish I had the balls to grow those mutton chops and actually wear them. But it takes a brave man. It takes a very brave man to wear those things. But I think they look really, really cool. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh wow. What else we got, guys? What else? Oh, so my old lady's getting me a punching bag, which I wanted to put that. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I gotta do it. I wonder if my department would let me get away with going. Oh my God! If I could, I will. I'll give it a shot. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna look like my gray hair and all. I wonder what color it'll come out. Salt and pepper, I think. Can you imagine mutton chops? That would be interesting. Yeah. I could play on Dark Shadows. I could be Quentin from Dark Shadows with those mutton chops. Yes. I don't have. Excuse me. I've got the Barbie. I don't have the actual. Well, I don't have the pith helmet that would the tan in color or whatever. I've an actual. I think it's the Wales baby. I think. Let me see. Let me go take a look and see what we got. I'm trying to think of what kind of. It was a friend of mine from my old police department. She gave it to me. Let's see. So that's my old Marine Corps cover. Here we go. This is what I have. Cleveland Constable. But I'm missing the badge. But that'd be it. So now, do I look like a Barbie to you? Hey, look at this poor thing. Right? It's a little old, but it works, right? Why is it like that? I do have a Marine Corps pith helmet, or whatever that helmet is. And then we have, what do we got here? We've got this one. And we have this pub. This is actually real, but it doesn't have the liner. But yeah, we have oh yeah. But that would be the thing to get. And it would be a cool thing to get. Yeah, I would enjoy that. Oh, okay. You smiling? Yeah. All the world's a stage. And I'll go with that. They already think they think I'm loose. I actually got a couple of guys to go with me to Boston Comic Con, and they had a great time. And now I got a lot of other guys curious as to what's going on that want to go. But that's like the younger generation. The older guys, man, he's trying to get them off their asses. It's just, I don't know. They're just like, whatever. But it's a good time. It's fun. I have a great time. I love going with my grandkids. It used to be a tradition with my kids. Well, of course, Alex is in Hawaii. He just got back from Okinawa, so now he's in Hawaii, and he's going to be getting out in November. So we'll see what happens then. Yeah, I wonder if I could get away with wearing that Barbie helmet, huh? Oh my God, that would be cool. I'll tell you, man, the Barbies had great uniforms, you know? Jeez. And I know my buddy Raymond, who works in LPD, and well, he's retired now, but we have what we call auxiliaries. You can work part-time, work in details, because sometimes, guys don't want to work. But he was big into investigating Jack the Ripper and the Whitechapel murders. And those guys, man, the Metropolitan Police in Britain, when he first started, good luck to those poor guys. Jeez. But they're definitely cool, man. They bring back some nostalgic stuff. not, true. I've been on both sides of that fence. I can remember. I probably shouldn't say it online, right? But I won't. I did get away. I was 15 at the time, and I had a few of them chasing me. And, well, we were kids. We were just drinking on the railroad tracks, and I was 15, going up to 16, something like that. And the drinking age at the time was 18 years old, and we had a few teenagers who were that age. So we were down the tracks. We had a bonfire going. We're doing all kinds of stuff. We used to have these two cops that went around the neighborhood all the time, and they chase us down just to get there. So one day they were chasing us, and the fire was going too big. We had it too big. They noticed it, and I ran away. And what I ended up doing is I climbed up the hill of where the train tracks was, because they had hill, and the hills came down, and then they had the two train tracks, and two sets of tracks. And I remember climbing up the hill, and it was a triple decker house, and I shimmied up the pole. I got on the roof of this triple decker. I don't know how I did it. I could not do that today. I don't even know how I did that. But I shimmied up onto the roof, and I still had my beer. I still had the 6-pack of beer, and I was on top of the roof watching the cops chasing my friends while I was drinking my beer. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm telling you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I guess it helps. I have fun. I do. I've never forgotten where I come from. I always remember that. So if you get arrested by me, you did something really, really bad. Or, well, you know, let's just say that you weren't too friendly. So, but yeah, no, everything's lighthearted. Life's too short to run around all angry and stuff. What do you think, huh? Yeah. Look at you. Look at you. She's hot. What else we got going, guys? What else? Poor girl. What's the matter? Yes, it is. Time just marches on, man. It just goes by so quickly, and it's just wow, wow. You know, reliving some of what we did in the past. It's like, wow, did I really do that? Yes. All I need to do is buy like 3 more dogs, and they might make one. Oh, yeah. So these little guys, they bark at everything. So are they warning me to protect them, or are they protecting me? That's what I got to figure out. Are they waking me up in the middle of the night to say, protect us? Uh, our K9 unit. We don't have a K9 unit. I always wanted to be a mounted cop, though. I always wanted to be a Mountie. I always wanted to be a Canadian Mountie. It just, you know, they just look so cool. But it's like anything. I think once you become it, it's not as cool as you think it was. Yeah. No, 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 no. Mines will tear off after people. They will. It's like scary. I gotta be careful. Not that they're not gonna harm anybody. They're too small, but they will run. They'll run out of the yard and go after them. That's why I got them fenced in. But I usually have German shepherds. But the wife wanted to get little Tippy, and so we ended up getting Tippy, and then the brown one, Taina, the one that was sitting here. She went and picked her up in the projects. She was being sold for like $300. So she went and picked those up, picked her up, and I said, "No more dogs." And she brought the dog home, and we bonded like immediately. So, and then she's been with me all the time. And then we had 2 litters. We had 3 in one, and then 2 in the other. And we ended up giving a couple to our family members. And the one that was gonna be sold, no one ever came to pick her up, so I ended up keeping her, which is the one that looks like a little German Shepherd. And that's it, I think. I think it's about as many dogs as we're gonna have. But to keep it busy. Now all the kids are out of the house, so it's just me and the old lady. So the dogs keep her company and keep me company. So if I'm at work, the dogs are here. When she's at work, the dogs are here. Of course, I got my hobbies too. Well, that's the thing is, I gotta split my time up between my wife and the dogs. You know. So, yeah, I see going on it now. So that's what I got. All right. So on my 1992 catalog, I don't think I just can't see paying $100-something odd for Dragonlance box set. I don't know. Maybe a while ago I would have pulled the trigger on it, but the artwork is fantastic. I love the artwork. I think it's Elmore who did the artwork. But no, maybe it was about $50-$60. Yeah, I'd do it, but $150. And the one for $109, it was so beat up. The box was destroyed. If I'm going to pay that much money, I'm not I want something that looks nice. I don't want to spend my money on something that's all mashed and bashed. So then, okay. So what are we gonna do? So we're looking at that. Um, I did this. I did the Star Wars X-wing thing, and it kind of died out. COVID really took a hit on gaming. That's my union stuff. What else we got? So I just like the spaceship. I just pick up the X-wing Star Wars stuff just because the model spaceship's pretty cool and they're already painted. So I'll grab those. So that's not too bad. And then I think that's about it. What else we got, guys? What else we got? I'm just looking. I am looking for something here. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something. Oh, no kidding. Battle Bunker headquarters live on Sunday night at 8 a.m. That's 8. No, yeah, that's got to be. Yeah, okay. You said night, 8 p.m. Yeah, no. Thank you. Uh, I I I do catch them every now and then. Um, what was I doing? I was what do you call that? I was watching Disney Plus Marvel timeline, so I did like I did that marathon. So I watched that, and now that that's done, I'm watching She-Hulk, and so I'll check them out on Sunday. Usually when I'm in the cruiser, I'll bring my own laptop with me, so that way I don't have to use the department stuff, and I'll watch it. Yeah, no, I've seen them. I've seen Battle Bucket, and they actually do a pretty good job. So I enjoy watching them. There's a few others. I like watching Wargamer Girl. Wargamer Girl does it too. She's pretty cool. I think she's up in Canada, somewhere up in Canada, and man, she does a lot of painting stuff, but she'll do like Space Hulk. She'll do Malifaux. And she likes doing. I think it's is it War Machine. I think it's War Machine when they have the what they call jacks. They're like they're robots powered by elemental, uh, some kind of some kind of eldritch powers or something, and they animate these machines, these steam powered jacks, and they're like steam powered robots, and they have sorcerers, and they do have soldiers and stuff like that. So the jacks are like the armored core. There'll be your tanks and stuff, and the generals are usually a spellcaster. So Wargamer Girl does that. She's pretty cute too, um, and she's a great painter. Great painter. Um, you know, where were these girls when I was a kid doing wargaming? Because they were nowhere around. You know, I think wargaming would have took on a whole different thing. But it is what it is, right? Yes, Canada does. There's a lot of gaming in Canada. There really is. So they got some good people. One of these days, I need to get up there and game with them because I'm in New Hampshire, which is so there's New Hampshire, then there's Maine, and then there's Canada. Yeah. I like her. She's pretty good. Um, so I try to watch Mini War Gaming. There's another one, Mini War Gamer. They're pretty good. There's a little like club, and they go back and forth into all the different types of war games. So they're pretty good. Um, and there's a few, but I think the most ones I watch is Wargaming Girl, Mini Wargaming. I'm going to check out the Battle Bunker headquarters. I'm going to see what they're all about. There's also, oh man, it's slipping my brain, but there's also a dude that does a lot of great stuff with BattleTech stuff. I can't remember his name. Sorry about that. But it's pretty cool battle stuff, BattleTech stuff. BattleTech was an awesome game. It was just so complicated, you know. That was hard to bring in new players. Every time I try to do BattleTech, I have to explain it. And it just got so deep and so heavy where the missile struck the mech's body and stuff, and t- ticking off hit points and your heat points and all that neat stuff. Just lost a lot of people. You know, that's one thing about war games is sometimes I think they're too complicated and we lose some people. You know, as I think third edition Warhammer K was the best. What they're doing now, I don't know. Yes, New Hampshire. All right, so you have, if you look at this way, so here you got Canada, then you have Maine, then you have New Hampshire, then you have Massachusetts, and right here is Boston. So Boston's like right in the middle of Massachusetts, towards the East Coast, because Massachusetts is pretty long. So I'm probably about an hour and 20 minutes away from Boston. So it's quite a ride for me to go to work, but I don't mind. It's fine. Yeah, New York is a trip. The city of New York is. I've been through New York a lot, especially when I was younger. Um, New York, New Jersey, Boston. But now I work in Boston. And when I was doing contract security, I was up and down the East Coast. So I was going from New Hampshire down to New York and back and forth. And I did that for 3 years, but it was just too much. It was too much. I want to get back into law enforcement, and I was missing my boy as he was growing up. Hey, conservative right man, how are you? Yeah, New York never sleeps, man. Never. It's always lit up. Boston was similar to that. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, no. I got There's two, maybe three guys in our department now that came from New York City, PD. They come over and nah, nah. It's tough now. New York City's tough, and I'm trying to. Most of our democratically elected officials, I should Democrat Party officials in the big cities, they're soft on crime, which I just got them talking. Oh my God, I met what, three couples from Chicago yesterday, and they can't wait to move out. They're losing their minds. You know, I felt so bad for them. He said it's just tough. Yeah, and my stepson who lives in New York City, his wife works in a convenience store, and she's been in the past week. She's been robbed twice, one at knife point, one at gunpoint, and he's been almost shot and stabbed. So they're thinking about coming up here with us. Uh, Boston's not bad. Quincy Market's pretty cool. Boston Commons all right. Daytime, it's full of tourists. It's not bad at all. Nighttime's a little hinky. You want to be careful. Um, Boston Common at night, yeah, you just want to be a little wary. But during the daytime, they got the swan boats. Actually, the swan boat gentleman just passed away. Um, but they got all kinds of neat stuff. You have the tours. You can see the Constitution. The Constitution's out there. You've got Faneuil Hall. So which it's pretty cool. And you got the Boston Aquarium. You have the Boston Museum of Science. You got the Boston Trail. You can you got the Boston Tea Party Museum on the docks. Of course, that's where it is. But they still got, they got a couple of non-sailing replica ships as the museum where you can go check them out, which is pretty cool. They have the Constitution, which is pretty neat, old Ironsides. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get the bar. You have the bar. Cheers. Sometimes you want to go where everyone knows your name. Yeah, that's awesome. That is pretty cool. Wow. I actually forgot about that. I did. I forgot about that. Shame on me. But yeah. I know Norm, huh? Yeah. Oh, oh my god. That was such an awesome show. It really was. We had some good shows back then, man. You know, jeez. The comedy relief. When? Why did it become so thin skinned? You know, it's like, geez, you prick somebody, it pop like a fucking balloon. James, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Um, yeah, it was a good show. Jeez, cheers. Yeah, that was funny. And then I'm trying to think of what else came after that. Yeah, comedy. You know what? It's ay ay ay. What are you gonna say, right? Like, back. It's just messed up. I gotta tell you, so I'm driving by, I get flagged down by this dude, right? And this is how thin skinned people are. So I'm driving by, I get flagged down by this guy by the ice cream shop, right? He's got to be my age, maybe a little bit less, probably in his 50s or whatever. So I'm driving by, and he's got a kitty ice cream in his hand, right? And he's eating it, and it's like all over him. It's like Frosty the Snowman just punched him in the face, and he's just got ice cream all over his face, right? And this dude's so white, he's translucent, and so he flags me down. Oh no, no, I've just been attacked. I just been attacked. And I went, oh, here we go. So I'm looking at him. He's covered in ice cream. He's got his ice cream cup. I'm looking out of my cruiser window. I'm looking at him, going, oh my god, what am I getting myself into? So he tells me this is what happened. He went at the Dunkin' Donuts to use the bathroom, and he said he was accused of saying something racial, and they chased him out of the store. And they were going to kill him. So I said, okay, all right. So what would you like to do? You want to press charges? And as soon as I said that, he goes, oh no, no, no. I said, all right. So how about if I just go in and I talk to him and I find out what's going on? He goes, okay, okay. I said, well, just wait right here, and I'll come out and I'll meet with you. All right, cool. I walk into Dunkin' Donuts. Nobody in Dunkin' Donuts. Two kids behind the counter. They look Spanish and black, right? So they're there. They see me come in, they smile, they look at me, and they give me that, oh, here we go. Look. I smile, and I say, hey, guys, you know I am here. And they start explaining the story to me. And I guess Mr. Frosty there dropped the N-bomb like 300 times. Because what happened was, yeah, he went in to use the bathroom, but on the bathroom door it says, closed for repairs. So I read the sign. I said, yeah. It's the first thing I noticed when I came in the door was I looked to my left, I looked to my right to see who's in the store, what's going on. And I looked at it and I see the sign. I said, okay, all right. So I talked to the kids and they tell me. And he said, yeah, no, he kept dropping. Now as I'm standing there, a woman comes in, and of course, she's African American black as well, right? And she's listening. So I don't have my card yet to say what I wanted to say. So it is what it is. But they're dropping the bomb like it's no tomorrow, and it's loud. I'm okay. So and she's listening when I said, listen, okay. Back in the day, anybody could say anything they wanted, but the repercussions were this: whatever you said like I always said, don't write checks with your mouth that your body can't back up. So the woman behind me says, Amen. You're absolutely right. I said, back in the day, you could say whatever you wanted to say, but there were ramifications for it. And back in the day, if you called anybody any names, you know, there were fighting words, and you fought, and that was it. It's done deal. And you learn if you can't say what you want to say without getting your ass beat, then you don't say it. And back then, sometimes it didn't even bother you, you know. But that was and the two boys inside were all right. They were good kids, you know. So I see them every now and then when I do my walking patrol. I'll stop in and say hi, see how they're doing and stuff. So they're good kids, you know. But it was the funniest thing. Of course, when I went out to talk to Frosty the Snowman, he was gone, you know. But it's just the thin skin, you know, all because of the door. Unbelievable, unbelievable. But these kids were good, and I see them every now and then, so they're cool. And I don't think it's as bad, honestly, in the real world, not on the internet or the few that say what they're going to say. I don't think it's as bad as it seems on the internet when you get out into the real world. Because if you're brave enough to talk to people and get how they feel and what the gist is of their life, it's really cool. I don't have a problem. I really don't. You know, I have a good time when I'm out there. I have a great sense of humor. I love being a cop. You know, you just got to be careful. I mean, there are some nitwits out there that do stupid shit. You know, that comes with any job, man. Look at doctors. Look what doctors do. Malpractice insurance. What employment, a job has malpractice insurance? You know, if you're a lineman and you mess up on a wire, guess what? You get shot to shit, and then you fall out of the tree. You know, you're falling off the pole. Or, worse, you get toasted. You know, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a crazy world. But hey, it's the only one we got so far. We'll see. What a story, huh? Frazier was awesome. Thanks, James. Yes, it's me. It's my porch. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I had a long day yesterday, but it's not bad. It's a nice day. I'm out just chilling. 3 hours and almost 3.5 hours into just shooting, talking. Not bad. So I'd make sure that everyone got a shot at it, right? It's long. Can you imagine watching this for 3 hours? Oh my god. Yep. Any questions? Anything going on? Just shoot on over. Don't be shy. Oh, my wife will be home in about 12 minutes, guys. So she's a very jealous woman. I think she's coming home with a punching bag, which is cool. I don't have to buy one. The only problem is filling it up and hanging it somewhere. Somebody had a punching bag. I destroyed my wherever it's hanging. So I got to find something that's strong enough to hold it. Or maybe I'll have to get one of those iron standalones. But it'll be good. Hmm. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So what am I doing? What am I doing? So we did the She-Hulk review. We did Horror Hound. We did a little chat with lemonade, and tea, and stuff. Yes, yes, man. Yeah. Like the old days. Oh, the wife's coming home. You guys got to split. is it? What is it with that? You know? This is a cool magazine. I like this magazine. It's called Horror Hound, and we get it here in the States. And on the back, it's facebook.com /Horror Hound, and it's basically the all old horror movies and sci-fi movies and stuff. And they do have some new stuff coming, like Cheapest Creepers Reborn is coming out. And we'll see. Spookies. Remember that movie? Spookies? That was a cool movie. Bruce. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. If you only knew my sense of humor. That statement right there, I can't say it on but yeah. Yes. We have ours. They have theirs. So, um, yes. I agree with you. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-huh. What was it? Eleanor Roosevelt said about Marines? The cleanest bodies with the dirtiest minds. ah, way to go, Bruce. Way to go. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I got to sit around the round table and have either tea or a couple of pints. My preferred drink is whiskey, but being part Indian, Micmac, and Irish, whew, very dangerous. Very dangerous. And yeah, I know I'm going to get the Elizabeth Warren jokes, but the closest she ever got to being Cherokee was getting into a Jeep. So, thank God I am never going to run for politics. That ain't going to happen. The only thing I run from is my wife. And that's only if I mess up. Oh, the new Ghostbusters flick was actually pretty good. And the reason why I said that is because I'm going through this right here. And I just watched it. It was really good. I sat down with my grandchildren and we watched it. It was awesome. I'm part of everything. Yeah. You fight with yourself. Yes. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes. My mother. My mother. My mother's maiden name. My mother's maiden name was Donovan, and both my great grandparents were Donovan and Sweeney. And so, I mean, I guess apparently one of my distant cousins has a pub in Ireland called Donovan's. Who'd have thunk it? But my cousin Joey and my cousin Joey, Donna, and my uncle Donnie and Claire went over there for vacation, and they met some of our distant relatives over in Emerald Island. And then on my dad's side's French Canadian, and my grandmother's Micmac. And they used to hang out with the the Iroquois and the monk. Come on now, Wampanoags. And they were always over at my uncle's house all the time. So, it's a weird combination. Weird. Now, my first wife, Erwin, and Cameron. So my poor kids have a mix of everything. They're Scots, they're Irish, they're German. Because my first wife, her grandparents on the mother's side are Irwins, and her dad on her dad's side were Camerons. So I'm afraid to do one of those DNA things because I think the vial will break. But I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. It's all fine. Look at these old movies, man. Look at the VHS movies. Yeah. Let's see which ones did I see? Uh, Night Terror, The Appointment, Armageddon, Blood Sisters. I love that movie, Blood Sisters. Bootman, never saw. Cameron's Closet, Contagion, I saw. Boris Karloff, and something of death. Devil Bat's Daughter, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Kirk Douglas. Gate 2, I saw. Honeymoon Horror, I saw. Invitation to Hell, I saw. Life Taken? No. Lunatics? No. Midnight. A devilish comedy? I'm not sure. Mirror of Death, I saw. Mr. Frost, I saw. Night of the Death Cult? No. Night Wars? No. Nothing Underneath sounds pretty cool. I never saw it though. The Occult Experience? No. Out of the Body? No. Pale Blood, I did see. Potty Line, I saw. Rejuvenator, I saw. Relentless 2, no. Robot Monster, I saw. Slaughterhouse Rock, I think I did see that. I probably really forgot about it though. Spookies, yes. Stones of Death, no. Strangle of the Swamp, no. The Tripids, no. Or it'd be the Tripods, I think. Two Lost Worlds, no. Underground Terror, no. And Vicious, no. The Vision, no. And The Woman Who Came Back, no. But it's a cool book. It's a cool magazine. And that's what else we got, guys? Oh man, what do you think, little one? Huh? Got anything else, guys? And I think that's about it. One of my favorite movies is Green Book. Great movie. What's that about? I've never heard of it. Green Book. I think maybe bring some of these babies in one at a time, right? So we hobble our butts into the cellar collection. Let's see. We got some stuff there. I'll put that in there. And this is Coop. I like this guy's artwork. He's pretty good. Very voluptuous drawings. He's awesome. I don't know if you guys know this. This is a very expensive book now. Not too bad. What else we got going on? I gotta go up and get other ones. So I finally got the Valhallans to finish this up right here, like I mentioned before. So this one will come out in the Bellwin. The Valhallan Ice War. Warhammer Green movie. As soon as we end this stream, I'll check it out. Ow. That hurt. I just. Okay. So what do we got here? Well, doing this all one-handed. So this is the second volume of She-Hulk. Wow. That's a long time. 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to at least catch a lot of people. Muzzleloader magazine. I do like the black powder stuff. I always wanted to buy one, but I don't know where I could shoot the powder when we go qualify with our firearms. That would be definitely interesting. What is it, like 50? Third volume. Third volume She-Hulk. Back and forth. I don't know. As I try to put in a preview to warn you guys of when I'm going to do live stream. The only problem is, so you know, and it says my connection is unstable. Ow. And there's reconnecting. I am reconnecting. So it's almost about time, guys. Yeah, because when I go in the basement, I kind of lose connection. All right. So I think we're nearing the end of this stream. I hope you all doing well. Take care of yourselves. It's been great talking to you all. I look forward to doing it again. What I'll do is I'll do a short video, and then what I'll do is I'll throw in the date and time when we're going to do it. What I want to do is I know a lot of the content has to do with wargaming and stuff, which is primarily overseas, and time zones are different. So when I get out of work, we can do something there, and when I get up in the morning, we can do something as well. So Martin, Bruce, thank you very much, and for everyone else who joined us. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to the next time. Listen, man, it's a crazy world out there. So you be good to each other, and you take care of yourselves. Gotta get dive bombed. I live by an airport. I live by a little airfield, and they do have the air shows here, which is awesome because it's just down the street. Liberated. Actually, I was in the B-17 that recently crashed. I was actually not in the plane when it crashed, but prior to that. So that was kind of sad. Guys, you take care of yourselves, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, and I will catch you out there. So be good to each other. Till next time. Adios.